I'm filmmaker and author John Walsh. For me, it's a mad, 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 mad world. Always has memories of Christmas. I live in the UK, and the film was often shown at Christmas time. It premiered in the 1970s on the BBC. I would gather around with my parents and watch this incredible journey of these people having outrageous stunts in outrageous locations, putting it alongside the James Bond film for its high ambition, all to seek out this crazy accidental inheritance.
It's only a possibility now. It's only a possibility that this man was telling the truth. If it was the truth, then it is a fact that this place is almost 200 miles away. Now, I suggest that we quietly get into our cars and drive down there at a safe, sound speed, keeping each other in sight of each other. And then when we get down there, we dig up the money, providing that there is some money there. And when we do find it, we share it amongst us in a simple manner.
For the outrageous climax that has the cast dangling precariously atop a fire ladder after scaling a fire escape in an abandoned building, it was the perfect ending. And this is where things clicked for me. At the time, when I was watching the film when I was very young, I was into stop motion animation, claymation, plasticine. Now of course, much of that sequence has been animated by Willis O'Brien with the help of Marcel Delgado. They were the stop motion experts behind the original King Kong. Perhaps audiences today who are much more sophisticated can notice some of the stop motion moves, but actually most of the special effects in the film are seamless, and I think Willis O'Brien did an amazing job there. Sadly, it was to be his swan song. Willis O'Brien would die a year before the film was actually released, so he died in November 1962 and the film was released the following November in 1963. It's a real shame. Today I'm a trustee of the Ray and Diana Harryhausen Foundation, and of course those of you who know Ray Harryhausen's films will know how much he was influenced by the work of Willis O'Brien, and in fact worked with Willis O'Brien on The Mighty Joe Young. The overall budget was a record for a comedy at $9.4 million, but it certainly paid off for the producer and director Stanley Kramer, with American box office receipts of just over $43 million, which would be something like $400 million in today's money, so it's certainly a gamble that paid off for him.
Wait a minute, are you knocking this country? Are you saying something against America?
Against it? I should be positively astounded to hear of anything that be said for it. Why, the whole bloody place is the most unspeakable matriarchy in the whole history of civilization. Look at yourself, and the way your wife and her strumpet of a mother push you through the hoop. As far as I can see, American men have been totally emasculated. They're like slaves. They die like flies from coronary thrombosis, while their women sit under hair dryers, eating chocolates, and arranging for every second Tuesday to be some sort of Mother's Day.
In 2010 I made a documentary about the UK general election called ToryBoy The Movie, and I was looking around for music that would best encapsulate the craziness and the chaos of the British electoral scene. Every time I thought of music from films, the amazing score by Ernest Gold would always come into my head, and I thought, is it possible? Could I use this music from the 1960s to score a contemporary film from 2010? Well, I gave it a go and it worked handsomely. The film ToryBoy The Movie was a big success for me. You can currently see it on Amazon Prime. It's free to see there, it's part of the Amazon Prime deal. And it follows a particular scandal in UK politics in 2010 and stars me myself. So this film has had a great impact on me as a filmmaker, not just because of the stop motion and not just because of the music. It stayed with me. And recently when the film was re-released by the Criterion Collection, I was delighted to see, I think it was nearly 40 minutes of additional footage I'd never seen before. I always knew it as being a very long film, but now it's an outrageously long film. I'm amazed at the time that the studio would green light such an epic road trip. But it's lucky for us they have. The film's scope and ambition makes it hard, if not possible, to replicate, and it's one of the few Hollywood greats that so far hasn't been cursed with a modern remake.
You know what, I need a drink. There's some ice and stuff back there. Why don't you make us all some old fashions?
Old fashions? You think you ought to drink while you're flying?
Well, stop kidding, will you, and make us some drinks. I mean, just press the button back there and mark booze. It's the only way to fly.
Well, I hope that my small tributes in my film Tory Boy the Movie will help at least expand people's experience of Ernest Gold's wonderful score. And I urge you to keep watching the film, keep telling people about it, and if you're making a crazy documentary about an election, why not visit the score, for it's a mad, 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 mad world, and you won't go wrong. You can find out more about my work at johnwalshfilmmaker.com. You can find out more about the Ray Harryhausen Foundation at rayharryhausen.com. Also, my book Harryhausen, The Lost Movies is currently out. It was published last year by Tyson Books and is available through Amazon. And in October this year, you can order Flash Gordon, the official story of the film, that looks at the classic film from 1980, which is celebrating its 40th anniversary this year.
You're kidding me? Boy, are you bugging me, man? I'm gonna nail. Ooh, I'm getting bugged now. Whoa, man.